Hey guys, and welcome to the Cow Emporium. It's Annette. Today we're going to be talking about how I prepare and store my garlic for the winter. I grow a variety of hardneck garlic called Red Russian, and this is basically where it's going to start from. Now, when I pull it from the garden, the tops are much greener than this. So this has been drying out for a little bit before I decided to make this video. There was people commenting on my onion video wondering how I did my garlic, so I thought I'd show you. I do it quite the opposite of how I do my onions. With my onions, I dry the tops on the onions and then cut them off or tie them once, or they fall off. But with the garlic, this hardneck garlic, this is ultimately what I would like my garlic to end up as. It has 3-inch stem on it approximately and no roots, so it goes from looking like this. And I pick my garlic out of the garden when the plant is about 1/3 died back. Then I take it out of the garden. This has been drying for a little while. When the garlic first comes out of the garden, I'm going to, well, I always wear gloves doing this because sometimes these types of things and the onions are pretty sharp. So when it first comes out of the garden, I'm going to wipe off the bulb itself and get all the dirt from off of the bulb. And then I'm going to lay it on a table to dry just like this for a couple of hours. And after a couple of hours, I'm going to come out and I'm going to clip off the roots, being careful not to damage the bulb itself. When the garlic starts to go bad, it also will go bad from the root end of it. The roots seem to be the root of the problem. All right. So then after the tops have pretty much browned all up and gone crispy like that, I am just going to cut it down to about here. You can see that that inside of there is nice and dry. It's brown. You can tell there's nothing going on there. And this is exactly how I'm going to leave this, and I'll show you the little box that I stored these guys in, inside of my garage. In fact, the same place where I hang the onion braids or the onion bags. And the garage reaches no colder than about 55 Fahrenheit in the wintertime, and there's lots of airflow because we're in and out of the garage several times a day. So let's see, how simple is it where I store my garlic? This box that Glenn made me, this is the shallow box for loose onions or garlic, or basically anything that will fit in it. He's made these boxes stacking so that I can have several boxes on top of each other like that. And because it has slats in it, there's lots of airflow. So this is as simple as it gets, guys. That's how I store my garlic, in a cool, well-ventilated place. I don't even necessarily cover it, though if you want to cover it with something light, like a piece of a sheet or just a bit of newspaper if you have it. There was a couple of things I was going to mention about what happens if you leave your garlic in the ground for too long. If you leave them in the ground for too long, they will split as well, because if the top is completely dry on your garlic, your hardneck garlic in the garden, it's been in there for too long, guys. And once it's dry, it doesn't like to get wet. I've never braided or tied my garlic the way that I do my onions, because I do cut their tops short like this. So I guess if you wanted to hang them, you could tie a string around here and then just keep adding string to like tie it up. But that's a bunch of extra work that I don't want to do. I do love doing that with the onions though, so if you haven't seen that video, you should check it out. Tying onions is just a very relaxing job, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, we are in zone 2 to 3 in Alberta, Canada, where we have just about roughly 100 days frost free, and so this is how storing our garlic works for us. And if you found it helpful, that's awesome. You guys take care and have a great day. Bye for now.